whenever I talk about films, I usually like to talk about its strengths, my overall thoughts, but I also like to bring up the issues I had with it. And this film does have a lot of issues that I feel take points away from me in the film. Hello, all. We just came back from watching Super Mario Galaxy, and we just had a good time. The question is this just as good as the last movie, or is it good enough, or it stands by itself? So that's what we're going to find out by this discussion. Anyways, Vic, from what little you were able to gather from the film, what do you think?
It was pretty good. It can kind of stand on its own. Like as long as you know like the basic lore to Super Mario Brothers, it stands on its own. And definitely watch it on the big screen because there's a lot of cameos.
The thing is, for me, I've only played no more than probably 4 Mario games in total in my own personal lifetime. So I was able to catch up on a lot of the certain little bits and pieces from all Mario games, and there's some that I might have missed, but I felt it was referenced for those who know about the game, especially Mario Galaxy and stuff.
Yeah, like I've only played up to Mario 64.
Yep.
So I've maybe played almost as many as you have, maybe a couple of more, but I haven't gone further than 64.
Yeah.
So if you like the penguins from 64, they're in there, buddy.
Yeah. So that was the thing I always think about, because first off, of course it's a movie aimed towards fans and children and all that stuff.
Right.
But I always stand by the idea that the movie has to stand on its own. Is it a good story? The story works within its own rules and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it does, but I will admit there are some issues I've had, little bits that I feel needed to be expanded upon. But ultimately, one of the things I did like about this film is the fact is that it found ways of just exploring how to create its own rule systems on how things work, like how space travel works.
Yeah.
Where these stars, they can actually turn themselves to little platforms that just help them propel them to outer space and actually help them just fly without the use of a spaceship. And
no helmet, no nothing.
Yeah, and I just thought that was fun. And all the other thing is I thought was fun was how they explored with just its own physics. We actually had a room that was kind of like a nod to, I don't know, I can't believe Inception, where they went to a room where it had all these floors that had its own unique setting of gravity and stuff.
Right. So as soon as you step onto the other floor,
it's like this, and then you start walking like this.
Yeah, gravity just kind of changes on you.
Right. The story as a whole, it's split between the point of view of 2 characters. Like the beginning, it was about Mario's story and him trying to protect the castle.
Yeah.
And then later on, it became Peach's story on her trying to explore her own identity and trying to find out where her origins are. Because one of the things, as a minor spoiler, but one of the whole bits was that she meets a star, a talking star. Again, it's the movie.
Yeah, they're called Lumas. Lumes.
Yeah, so basically, she talks to that Lumen, and she just sets on a course to travel to find her what happened to her sister and stuff. So the other thing I thought was fun was that going back to the references of the game, I found it fun that they found ways of trying to reference it, but actually use it as a storytelling element. There's a montage where Mario had to take care of the Mushroom Kingdom, and and the way they showed it off was from this pixelated map with flags and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it was very Super Mario World. That's what it was a reference to.
Exactly. So they found a way to apply these what do you call it? Damn, I forgot what you call it. Fan winks. These little references, and then just found a way to add it to the story instead of just say, you remember this? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I thought it was cool that they found ways of using the pixelated art. They actually had a piñata of Koopa. And it was the pixel art from the first Mario.
Yeah. No, the first one.
The Nintendo. Yes. Yeah. Nintendo Mario game. So I thought that was cool. The biggest strengths was, like I said, how they use the fan nods. That they used it as a storytelling beat instead of just saying hey, remember this? Oh, okay, let's move on to this thing. Oh, you remember that? I just thought it was very well done how they explain these things. And the things that don't make sense, they leave it vague enough for you to say, oh, that's what happens.
Yeah, you can just kind of fill it in.
Right, exactly. Yeah. How Yoshi eats people and they stay alive.
And there's some really good scenes with that too.
Right, they explain it in when they first introduced him, and then later on, whenever he does eat somebody, you gotta say, oh, are they gonna die? Not really. Whenever I talk about films, I usually like to talk about its strengths, my overall thoughts, but I also like to bring up the issues I had with it. And this film does have a lot of issues that I feel take points away from me in the film.
Okay.
And whenever I bring these up is because it takes me out of the film, or I just felt they never expanded on it. Like there's a scene where something happens to Mario and Luigi where a certain device was used. And all of a sudden, the movie kind of changed focus on what happened to Mario and Luigi. I just thought it was just poorly written, how they were able to get the device to undo what was done to them.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like that was an issue I had. The other one was somewhere in the ending where the villain's powers, it did something brand new that just kind of shifted the story a little too off for me. And I just felt they needed some more explanation how the villain's powers work. The ability with the brushes, how in some cases the brush had a mind of its own.
Oh,
And I felt it was never brought up in the beginning of the story. Like I wish they just like
well,
things
they
like this
kind of
could
did
have.
show it with the piranha plant that was painted.
Okay,
It did have a mind of its own.
right, but it's just I wish they implied that he doesn't have full control of it. That's just what
No, okay,
I'm
okay, I
implying.
got you. Yeah, yeah.
So like,
that's what
yeah,
you're
see,
getting
I
at.
know what
Yeah.
you're talking about that piranha plant that
Yeah.
he can create life, but then we never explained if he has the ability to control it or not. And there were certain we call it personality shifts. I felt it needed more time to actually play off. I wish they didn't make the shift so dramatic for certain characters, like their alliances. I felt the way the characters shifted, it felt too quickly for me. Is the way I describe it.
No, that's never a good thing because it's like, well, why did that happen?
Right. Like
No.
I knew it was gonna happen, but I just felt it was just so quick. So that's the only thing that just bugged me a lot. And there were just some little loose ends I felt like they could have worked in. Because like the Lumens, I didn't feel they played as big as a part as they were presented as. And
Yeah.
I thought they were making such a big deal about them that I was like saying, oh, they must be gonna have a bigger part in the third act, but they kind of didn't, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, not really.
Yeah. And there was like other things like I just feel they should have had some more explanation on, like especially in the third act when Mario and Luigi and Yoshi that they were able to get all these new powers, but these powers just came out the last minute and stuff. Like how in the fight, their powers that everyone knows about is the flower, where
Yeah.
he touches the flower and he shoots
Fire
fireballs.
flower. Yeah.
The thing was around the third act, they introduced all these new abilities. And
Yeah.
they just came out of nowhere for me, and they were cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's just they never introduced them, and that's like my own personal pet peeve when it comes to movies.
I mean, that's one of those things where I'm like, is that from like a game that I didn't play, or is that just actually something new? It was new to me too,
Right.
but it just made me wonder. Oh, well, maybe it's in this game. It's like I haven't played Mario Galaxy, I haven't played Mario Sunshine, because I haven't played it.
Of course. That's why I felt that for people who don't know about those games and those abilities,
Yeah.
I wish that they found a way to like introduce them before they were used. And
Yeah, there was a lot. It did seem like they were trying to cram in a lot of like just game elements,
right.
overall game elements,
Yes.
into like one movie, which sometimes that could not be a good thing sometimes.
Yes.
In this case, I think it was not so great, but not so terrible thing, because I feel like they might have just gone a little bit beyond the point of it being done well.
Right.
Like
Like
they
in
went a
some
little too
cases-
far. Like if they pulled it back a little bit, it would have
Yes.
been better. Because then also you have stuff for the third movie.
Yeah, I think, so we agree that some elements felt a little rushed.
Yeah.
So those are just the only issues I had with it.
All right, let's get into the spoilers because Rob is itching. I can tell he's itching to talk about it more specifically. So yeah, let's start with Mario Brothers 2, aka Doki Doki Panic, or
Yes.
formerly known as Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I don't remember the name of the character specifically. The only one I remember is Birdie.
Birdo.
Yeah, Birdo. You see, it's just been that long.
It's Birdo, it's Wart, and I don't remember the mouse's name.
Yeah, the dynamite mouse. Yeah, I thought that
The
was so
bombs.
cool. Yeah, so basically,
and the shades.
they had a section where they went to like.
They ended up in like it looked
Mario
kind of like a
2.
casino though.
Right.
Like, they went into this. They got there from the spaceport, if I remember correctly.
right,
Right.
a spaceport.
They were at a space. One. It was it? It's kind of like a spaceport. I forget exactly what it was called. And yeah, it was like
A little underground level where like the casino.
like a hidden level. Yeah, it was really cool because it had this really cool effect where like they went through like a fake
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It was kind of like a reference to the video games where you see
Yeah.
a wall and you could walk past through
Exactly,
it. And stuff. So
exactly.
again, video references and stuff.
yeah, and then it's cool because like they're like in this casino that's in a cube, basically. So like whenever they went to like another section of the cube and he walked on the floor, gravity would change, which is what Rob was talking about before. But that was basically that whole thing was that was like kind of like a little mini love letter to Super Mario Brothers 2.
So the other thing I thought was cool was that we actually saw references to like Nintendo's history, like the fact that we got Rob the robot,
Yeah, we got Rob
and they actually did a reference of him like moving like this and
just
stuff.
being really slow.
Yeah, and I almost felt like a reference to the Zootopia movie with the sloth, where he's like moving.
Yeah,
very
it kind of
slow.
did feel that way. The only thing is that I actually had a Rob, so like I knew exactly what they felt.
Yes, yes. I've seen enough of them to actually get the idea as well. So,
Yeah.
but what was the other reference? The other big reference where is
Mr. Game and Watch?
yes, Gaming Watch. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But the other big one was Fox McCloud showing up.
Oh yeah, dude. Fox McCloud and an R-Wing. Oh my god, like I was not expecting that to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Like kind of like blew my mind because I'm like, oh, when they said call it Galaxy, they meant Galaxy.
Right. I feel to some extent that if they ever make plans to do a Mario 3, we might see like another Nintendo character show up. And the question is, who would it be? Like that's a discussion for another time. But the fact is, we got Fox McCloud was like very surprising.
I mean, that's why like in that last fight, like I was like, oh, maybe we'll get Ridley, but it turned out to be some purple dragon that Bowser Jr. painted. I'm like, oh, should have been Ridley.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. The other thing was, I thought it was interesting that Daisy showed up in the end.
You gotta stay till the end to see the Daisy stinger. There's like stingers throughout the ending, so just stay to the very end. This is my only warning. Stay to the end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad Daisy was there, which makes me think there is going to be a third one.
Right.
And it's better have Daisy.
Exactly. I was just surprised. I was like saying to myself, well, where's Daisy in all of this? That was just the thing that kept popping in my mind throughout for some odd reason.
Like, I don't know. So here's the thing. I've heard this theory on YouTube. Mind you, it's a theory.
Yes.
Okay. There was a theory. I'm going to say was because being that this is a like Nintendo approved movie, it sort of debunks this theory. But there was a theory that Rosalina was Luigi and Daisy's daughter. Obviously, we know this is not true according to this movie. This movie debunks that and makes Rosalina Peach's sister. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting theory, but like this movie debunks that. So, like, oh well.
Right. So overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I had fun with it. I liked all the little twists and turns they've added. I do have issues with it, but it's like every movie has an issues. But it's just whenever I see these issues, gotta be honest, it takes points out of my rating.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it also like it has some pacing issues.
Exactly. Yes.
It's a lot of start and go.
Right.
And there were some parts where I'm just like, what happened?
Right. And like the climax, it didn't feel like a climax to a degree.
No,
even though it had climax elements to it.
Yeah, it was. Is it safe to say it was kind of mid?
Well, I don't know. I'm a very mixed on the idea because, on paper, it was a climax.
Yeah,
it was a climax. It just didn't feel like one. It's just that's something I can't really put in words. It's a feeling.
I mean, maybe there were too many cooks in the kitchen. I don't know. I saw a lot of names, like a lot of EPs, executive producer names there.
That's one thought. The other thought is that it was very rushed.
That's another possibility also. I mean, it's not a terrible movie.
Right.
It's not. And I like that. One of the things that I like is that Toad kept on changing his outfits. Because, like, over the years, Toad has sort of become like an explorer and this and that.
Right.
So I kind of like that.
They gave him a lot to do in this movie. I felt there was going to be a conflict between Bowser and Junior because Bowser had a change of heart. And I thought that was going to play in some way where Bowser wants to do one thing, but Bowser Jr. wants to do something else. And I didn't feel that conflict. It just happened so quickly.
Yeah, I think there was conflict, but it didn't feel very conflict-y. With the exception of Rosalina being used to power this huge cannon on this planet that Junior made.
Right. And when I talk about the turn, they implied that Bowser was reformed, that he wanted to be a good guy, be kind to everyone. And and it was true to a certain point, but the moment he met his son, it's like complete shift, and now he's evil all over again.
He was kind of a dick though, also like to Mario, tricking him into making him big again.
Right, but it was implied that he was still he had good intentions when doing it. But the moment he was with his son, he said, "Yeah, I'm evil all over again" and stuff. And
Well,
I don't know. That kind of, I just felt they could have just rewrote it, like implying, saying stuff like, "Oh my God, you put me in a book club" and stuff. Like they could have had him say something like, "You know what? I still wanted to do these things, but my son." Just that would have made.
I guess.
Like that's what I meant by transition. It's just too quickly.
Yeah. Overall, though, still not a bad movie.
Right.
I would recommend seeing it because, I mean, seriously, just for the cameos alone, there's like so many different characters from different games. Like, aside from Fox McCloud, you get the Pinkman, which is surprising because I'm like was not expecting that.
Mm-hmm. Rob the Robot.
And Rob,
the Mr. Game Watch, whatever.
Mr. Game & Watch, he shows up. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because I was just thinking about like how he got created because Luigi was like, I was never good at drawing.
Right.
And he made Mr. Game & Watch. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I recommend it. I give it 8 mushrooms out of 10.
For me, I give it a 7.
That's fair.
It's okay. It's good, not great. I had fun with it. I won't deny that, but it's just wasn't good enough for me to say give it a higher rating. So.
Yeah.
So, in any case, we hope you enjoyed this review. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back.
And share your thoughts on the movie with us in the comments.
There you go. And remember,
always be excellent to each other.
Later.
Bye.